if you don't know how to set a SMART goal, then there is a YouTube a video about it. But SMART tier: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Okay? So a SMART goal is something that's very specific, very measurable. It's very time bound. So that's what a SMART goal normally is, by the way. It's normally, normally SMUT. In a business, that's what businesses normally set. Make a goal specific, measurable, and time bound. We need to make this much money by X date, okay? Specific, measurable, time bound, okay? However, the A and the R have to come into SMART, okay? So let's just look at the A and the R in SMART. The A stands for achievability. Now that is confidence level. So achievability equals confidence. It's as simple as that. So achievability equals confidence or belief, right? Now belief is individual. It's individual to the person. Nobody else has got the same belief as you. And your belief is based on what you've put in your filing cabinet over the years, what you've seen happen, what you've seen not happen, what you think you're capable of, and so on and so on and so on. So increasing confidence is very, very, very important. The great thing about confidence, if you ask a neurologist about confidence, they will say it's a dendrite, it's a pathway in your brain, confidence, which means you can grow it. It also means you can grow new confidence pathways in the brain as well. So in order to have a true SMART goal, it's got to be achievable to you. Now, you could argue that remarkable might never be achievable, but there might be a slim percentage that it is. So the point is, even if there's a slim percentage of confidence there, it's worth aiming for and growing. There are two mindsets when it comes to confidence. Two mindsets, okay? There are people that will tell you you need 100% confidence in order to achieve your goals. So you need to be confident you know you're going to achieve it right at the set out of starting your goal, on your goal journey. That's the first kind of way of thinking. The second way of thinking, which I don't subscribe to, by the way, the second way of thinking is, if you have to mark your confidence 1 out of 10, okay, and you've got a goal that's a year long, and you are a 1 in your confidence, so you have, in other words, you have more doubt than confidence that you can achieve this goal, in my opinion, that's okay, as long as you are aware that your confidence is low, and you choose to do something about growing your confidence. And there's little things that can grow confidence, like little wins can grow confidence, learning more about the subject can grow confidence, and so on, and chunking your big goal down into smaller goals can grow confidence. There's loads of stuff we can do to grow our confidence, but in my opinion, you don't need to be 100% confident at the beginning in order to get the goal, but you do need to be aware of what your confidence level is, because if your confidence level is low, you can choose then to grow it as you're achieving the goal going forward. So, confidence plays a big part in SMART. A lot of businesses I go into tell me they have SMART goals. They don't have SMART goals, they have SMUT goals. So they have goals that are specific, measurable, and time bound. Have they taken a dip test of everybody's confidence level? No, they haven't. Because if they did, they might realise that there might be some confidence issues there on achieving their goals, and that's where you can aid and support your people on the back of that. And the final letter that often people don't really think about when setting goals is R. And the R stands for relevant. Okay, not realistic. Some people would have seen this R as realistic in SMART. If you've got a goal that's realistic, it will be achievable. So the A covers off realism. Realism and achievability is about confidence, okay? So the R has to be relevant. In other words, it has to be relevant enough to you for you to do something with it. In other words, motivated, okay? And for those that will remember, there are two types of motivation. Towards motivation and away from motivation. Towards motivation is quite straightforward. Towards motivation, I choose to do this because there's a benefit for me. Okay? So, you go to work because you get paid. It gives you a sense of satisfaction at the end of the day. You like your colleagues. you enjoy the job you do, and so on and so on and so on. They are all towards motivators, okay? Or you go to work, this is away from motivation now, so the pain of not doing something is greater. So you go to work because the pain of getting another job is too great. Now either way, those two people will go to work. The problem is, if you go to work towards motivated, then you look to be match fit and you look to do your best in the workplace. If you go to work away from motivated, then unfortunately you are a Monday morning grunter, an organisational terrorist, an organisational corpse, whichever way you want to look at it, and you're only there because the pain of getting another job is just too great. And that doesn't do you or the organisation any good whatsoever, okay? So, from that research, those people that were successful, they told us they had to get bothered, okay? So they had to have the motivation in place in order to get out of bed in the morning and work every single day on achieving that goal. And some days they didn't feel like it. And some days they were tired. And some days they had a cold. And so on and so on and so on. But they had to find something that motivated them to get them out of bed and get them going every single day. Going on and on and on and on and on and on. Okay? It's as simple as that. And sometimes away from motivation comes in with this. You have to cause yourself a bit of pain to get moving. When I run my first half marathon, I had all the kit. I had the right training gear, I had the right training plan, I had the right diet, I had a running partner, and couldn't get out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning to go training. Because I don't like getting up early, I like sleeping in, I like my sleep. It's as simple as that, right? And I had to make a decision because the race was getting nearer and I hadn't been training, and I had to either not run the race, so change the goal, because that's an option, or get bothered. And I knew I needed to create myself some pain in order to get bothered. One of my values is not letting people down, so I got sponsored to run the race. I decided to get sponsored. So now when the alarm went off at 5 o'clock in the morning, I have a bigger motivation to get out of bed. It was an away from motivation to get me out of bed. It caused me pain, but what that pain did is it got me out of bed. And of course, when I was training, the motivation then changed to be towards motivated because I was enjoying it, feeling fitter, and so on and so on and so on. So, when it comes to motivation, just bear in mind, sometimes we have to create ourselves a bit of pain to get moving, but we also want some towards motivators. In other words, what's in it for me? What benefit is this going to give me? Is it going to give me money? Is it going to give me happiness? Is it going to give me time? Is it going to give me a sense of joy? Whatever.